Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Real quick, this is titled, How Long, O Lord? Okay. This is a question that all the men of the Lord had, being in this current setup, from the ancient kingdoms to Babylon to Syria to Greece, definitely to Rome and to Egypt. This is all the questions the prophets always inquired about, salvation of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right, because the scriptures say that be some of you here that hold on one second. Scriptures say there be some here that desire to see things. Men of old have desired to see. Damn. Come on, man. It says men have desired to see things which you desire to see. And have not seen them. Roughly paraphrasing it, because the salvation was not for the prophets of old to see, but for the men of the Lord in this day and age to see, because we're the same spirits coming back in a reincarnation today. Right, so eventually we were going to see the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai set up on the earth, and now we're in those times of the kingdom of heaven being set up on earth, man. All right, so all these prophecies, you got the war in Ukraine, supposedly the NATO or the Salakia, the NATO have 8,500 troops in reserve to do away with that conflict, okay? And I'm assuming that that's not nearly enough. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough, so therefore they're gonna have to deploy troops from other particular regions of the world, because you know that America's military is spread out real thin. So how this thing can go, we don't really know, but according to the scriptures, they will go to war with Russia. All right, maybe this is the start of everything being set up in a duck roll, so to speak, because prophecy is like chess, man. You move one player across the board, then the next player moved, and etc. And that's how Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai deals with prophecy, man. All right. So we're seeing things unfold at a high level, at a quick pace. Outside of natural disasters, outside of chaos, but within war, and also within the ranks of the truth, man. You got men that's waxing worse and worse, giving heed to seducing spirits. Okay, like right now you got this big thing between Sakari and Great Millstone, man. The guy said that you've been in spiritual war before, and it's always been a spiritual war, because the scriptures say the weapons of our warfare will not Ephesians 6 says that a war is basically spiritual, man. This is not a physical war, though it will get physical when Esau Edom makes his move and roll on the men of the Lord and Jake in general. But overall, man, this is a spiritual war according to Ephesians 6. It says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, man, and powers in dark and high places, okay? Because everything that you see around you is ultimately spiritual, man. All right? It's ultimately spiritual. So you have to look at things from a spiritual mindset. Like, a lot of times people, they're not really dealing with the back and forth of the churches, but it's all spiritual at the end of the day. Like what Alizé is doing and the shit he's talking and the rest of the guys, them dudes, it's all spiritual, okay? It's all spiritual. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is the orchestrator of all this wickedness that's happening on the left-hand side, all right? And the Lord, he works on the right-hand side. He's balanced, okay? Because the scriptures say unrighteous balance is an abomination with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. So we got to remember that all things that happen are spiritual, and we can't force the course. So like I got a text. But you can't force the course of the spirit, Some people may not be involved with what's happening. And it's all, like I said, it's all through the spirit. It's like the wind. You can't force the course of the river, so to speak, man. You can't do it. So ultimately, man, when you forcing the course of the river, you're trying to swim upstream, and that's damn near impossible. That's like a man trying to swim upstream from a waterfall is impossible to do unless you got some type of superhuman powers. But other than that, that's a pretty much impossible task to do, man. Okay, so you gotta learn how to let the spirits flow, because the spirit is like the wind. All right. Let's see what brother said. 2 Corinthians 10:3. It says for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. That's right. We walk after the flesh, but we ain't warring after the flesh, man. Meaning we're not taking matters into our own hands. We're not being presumptuous to the fact that we want to get things cracking through our own will. Like some guys, you know, in these camps, they do that, man. You know, like these guys that we're beef with right now, everything they do is of the flesh because they're not spiritual men. You know, they're not spiritual at all. Because in their mindset, it's all outward appearance. It's all, what can I do to get the next big hit? Like they believe in that whole term, all publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity is good publicity. And that's a wicked mindset to have, man. Okay, because that means that you're willing to do any and everything, even at the detriment and the expense of others, to get your platform out there, man. That's not a righteous thing to do, because we're supposed to be trying to seal the hopeful elect, not sit up here and go upon our own presumptionists, man. Okay, that's not how the Spirit of the Lord works, because that's called being forward, man. All right, and being self-willed. And there's a lot of self-willed jakes in this faith, a lot of self-willed men, you know, that seek out their own righteousness and their own fucking movements, man. And if you in that spirit, then hey, the Most High is not dealing with it, period. All right, because like I said, man, we're in a time of World War III. We're in a time of the MOTB, which you know is the Karagma. All right, any day now that can be a law in the land that's implemented. Like I was reading something, I believe in the UK or some part. I think in the UK they were trying to test in their particular Supreme Court to run that before a law to make that shit mandated. So once the MOTB is passed in these different worlds, in these different countries, it's gonna come to America, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, any day now, the chip is, you know what is passed, is implemented, then you better believe through the Spirit that, hey man, the end is here. Okay, like Yahweh Shai say, behold, I come as a thief. All right, hey, I come as a thief, man. Watch, unless you get caught naked without your garments, man. All right, and a lot of you dudes, man, you're naked, and it's not talking about the borders of blue with the fringes, man. No, it's talking about the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of this truth. Okay, which a lot of you men claim to have, but you really don't have. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have the Spirit of the Lord on you, because like I said, you're self-willed. But anyway, it says here, for our weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the pulling of the down of strongholds, right? You know, and we don't have to do physical things to take Esau down. Prime example, right? We're just speaking the word, and we know that's boring to a lot of you. We know that's no fun. You know what I'm saying? We know how Jakes, you know, Jake like to see action, you know, and the Most High likes action. You know what I'm saying? But it's a balance to it. Like the brother mentioned in the transit the other day, he said, we're talking now, but it's going to come a time that the talking is going to stop, man. So you guys are warned, ready for war, ready, man. Just give it, hey, you're going to get what you're going to get. Trust me, the Most High going to bring that shit right to your front door. Because there's going to come a time that we're not going to be talking, man. That we're not going to be sitting up here on the highways and the byways screaming at you, telling you to repent. It's just going to come a time that judgment is going to start happening, man. And don't worry, brothers, the Lord gonna allow us to have fun in this thing, man. Because we came this far, you think the Most High is not gonna allow us to exemplify or to see some of this shit that's gonna happen? See people get jacked up, you know, see Jacob's trouble do what they gotta do, you know? Of course, man. Because how unrighteous would that be? That would be just like, damn, we did all the work, but can we do something? You know? That is like you get straight A's in school, and then your parents take you to an amusement park where they say you can't get on none of the rides. Like, okay, well, why the fuck am I here then? You know, it's like, why the hell would you bring me to an amusement park with all this colorful shit and roller coasters when I can't partake in that? That will hurt your spirit. So of course the Lord is not like that. Okay, the Lord said, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, and with thee I will beat down nations and kingdoms," man. All right. So while these guys are trying to take over shit carnally, we gonna have the spiritual aspect of it, because we're gonna be able to manipulate shit with our mind, man. All right, because that's where the power comes in the mind. And once you have control over your mind and your spirit, then things will start to bend to the will. Okay, but you gotta ultimately be patient, and you gotta allow yourself to be worked into that will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right, that's why Scripture say, "He who willeth You got to allow yourself to be put in that particular mindset. You can't force yourself into a puzzle piece that you're not a part of, okay? And that comes with a lot of guys that's forcing the course of the river. A lot of you guys, you're just not cut out for it, man. A lot of you just wasting your time, you know? You're not doing the work. What the hell are you even here for? Just go back in the world. You know, what's the point of calling yourself an Israelite and you ain't doing nothing, man? You know, like a lot of you comment board people, like, you read on these different comment boards, man, these guys out there, like Raptor News, for example. He got his bugged out son out there talking madness now, like father, like son, right? So my thing is this, okay, if you continuing the platform that your bugged out father then started through the spirit, through slandering and scoffing, which he's a low-level nigga anyway, but if you started the platform of that, weren't you encouraging your followers to go do lessons and stuff like that? Why do you have a bunch of cheerleaders, but when you go on their content, they got motherfucking in the closet videos and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? They got all that. They got all the wickedness there. They have that. They may have one video about herbs or some shit. Other than that, man, they ain't making no noise. You know what I'm saying? Why? Same thing like with Alizé and his congregation. A lot of you dudes on the IUIC, a lot of you cats, man, you don't have no work on your damn page. All you niggas in that camp, none of you are doing videos, man. But you quick to hop on a rap video and talk about burgers and fringes and keep the law. But I thought part of the law was going out there to do the work. The Lord said go out to the highways and byways, you know, and make that calling and election sure. So you brothers should be pushing videos too, but we understand, you know, you don't have no content to push out there. You know, like I said, it ain't worth losing salvation because you mad at a man. Like, that's stupid. I'm not gonna lose my salvation because I'm mad at this nigga, man. Nah. Oh, well, they teach this, so we ain't gonna teach it. That's stupid and that's a dumb mindset. That's called that's not even an oxymoron. They're just a stupid, that's an insane person. You know? It's dumb as hell. You know, like I was bringing out the whole thing, like if the chief priest, high priest, they call him Grand Mighty Poobah. If this guy was over us, man, it'd be qualifications to get on the chariot. Here the chariot come, you got a nigga with worm bands and fringes at the chariot door. Saying phylacteries check, orders of blue check, headbands check, menorah check, fringes check. Wait a minute, count his fringes. Oh, you only got 612 fringes on your garment, man. Get fit with a fucking missile, man. But damn, can you give me a pardon? Hell nah, they ain't gonna pardon you, man. If it was up to these guys, man, look, bro, we'll all be destroyed. That's why I'm glad it's not up to man and it's up to Yahweh Shai. Because Jake, they don't have mercy, man. They expect for you to have mercy, but they don't show it themselves. It's a bunch of hypocrites. That's why I can't wait to see a lot of you fucking niggas die, man. Like, when you really think about it, it really pisses you off on how hypocritical Jake really is. You know, and I know we all got hypocritical tendencies, man. You know, but a lot of that shit is not really, you know what I'm saying, intentionally done. Men forget, men contradict themselves all the time. We in the flesh. But ultimately, man, you just got guys that are just blatant hypocrites. You know? They'll get on you for not keeping a certain commandment, but yet, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like, come on, man. But yet, they're not going back to Jerusalem 3 times a year. They're not roasting the whole goddamn lamb with the ligaments on it and everything like that. They're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting your father to death. And he's a Bati boy, man. He's a soy boy. That's in the law. You should, hey, you a chief priest, and you can't allow, you can't have that type of wickedness under your bloodline, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a chief priest, then hey, you got to put your father to death, man, because your father's a Momo, my man. He's a soy boy. So what about that? But you want to get on a nigga for not wearing fringes, but you omitted the weightier matter of the law. Why aren't you kill? Why you ain't kill your pops yet, man? Period. You know what I'm saying? Just to be technically honest, you got to go and you got to stone that man today. If you're gonna live by the law, 110%. You know? So, hey, get out of here. Nobody's putting momos to death right now. Nobody's putting harlots to death right now. Nobody's putting adulterers to death right now. Nobody's doing that because we ain't in our setup. So, come on, Jake, man. Jake be reaching too goddamn hard. That's the problem with niggas, man. You know? These brothers accepting more precepts. Nah, that's it. But yeah, man, brothers, man. So, you know, I just wanted to get that, you know, just in transit, man, you know, just through the spirit that said, you know, speak on whatever comes to your mind. And that topic came to my mind, man. So anyway, I'm gonna close out giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, man, shalom. Yeah, come, brother. Jake act like Esau and get offended. Yeah, because Jake is a bunch of fucking hypocrites, man. That's why I said fuck them niggas, man. Like, let the Most High dead them all. Me, I don't give a fuck about none of them. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Say I'm wrong, but hey, if you gonna curse us out, you gotta rebuke them other motherfuckers too, man. Because we ain't the only one in here, you know what I'm saying, throwing shots at niggas, man. They kick the shit off, then the Spirit of the Lord gonna finish it. And that's all I got to say about that. Fucking this motherfucking place is crowded. And with that anyway, shalom, wa ba ba ba.